Hey everybody, since we have just a few more days for the year to be over, I wanted to quickly show my 2025 lineup. I have a desk calendar, one planner, journal, and the other planner. So let's get started. I'm going to use this one for my life maintenance tasks. Life maintenance basically is everything I have to do just to live and survive, which is groceries, my work stuff, something that I want to cook, meal planning, any chores that I have to do around the house, and just like other life things like events, anniversaries, birthdays, all of that, which is what my life is about, like my life maintenance stuff. And this is going to be life progress stuff. So basically, I'm going to be including any type of activity program that will help improve my life. An example would be my exercise regimen would be in this, because that is life improvement to me. Even though it could be under maintenance, I see it as improvement, and I'll track my workouts and what I want to do in this book. Also, my YouTube schedule, what I want to post will be in this book, because again, that is life progression. And any new hobby, any new activity, my reading progress, what I'm reading for next year, my goals, things that will help me improve my life will all be here. So that way, when I'm picking a book and I want to jot down something or plan something, it's very easy, like right from the get-go. This is for life progression and this is for maintenance. So my first journal is from this brand called Neorah. I started using their products from 2022, and I was initially taken by how well designed it was. They had a lot of covers in different colors, and when I bought their just a plain dot grid book, I was really impressed by the quality of the pages and the thickness, because that's very, very important to me when I'm writing. It has to feel like a good quality paper experience, otherwise I don't like writing on it at all. If you're not very particular about it, maybe you'll not notice the difference, but this is definitely like a premium sort of brand with a range of notebooks and planners and a lot of stationery products. So I started using their dot grid notebooks, and then I found last year they had the planner in an A6 size, and it interested me because I wanted a smaller planner, and their layouts look really good. So I'm just going to take you through that. So I've used this last year. I liked it so much, I've repurchased it again. And for last year versus this year, I'll show you what's the difference. So this is the last year's book. You can see it's become very chunky right now, and it's the same size. The major difference is this is a hardcover and this is a soft cover. So last year I got a soft cover thinking I could put it in like a journal holder and would get more use out of it, but as the year passed and the book got thicker, it didn't really serve that purpose. So for this year I just went with a hardcover, and it's really nice. I filled it to the brim, as you can see. I also made some customizations, like my sister-in-law helped me with this, and we added a back cover because this didn't have it, and I used to store my stickers in here. And even in the front I've added like a pocket, which I've emptied right now since the book is quite full and the year is over, but I also stored some stickers in here. So it was a very nice, effective book. I wanted like a more sober color. They have a lot of different colors, a lot of pastels, and previously when I used to order their notebooks, I would get all the pastel colors. So I have a lilac, I have a light pink, I have a light blue, I even have a light yellow, and all of them are really nice, but I wanted like a more sober color this year for the hardcover, and I decided on this leather brown. It's one of my favorite, like, nice looking colors that I usually go for in bags and accessories. Let's begin. What I've done here is already a few customizations. I've added this sticker pocket, and I buy this from a website that sells Travelers Company, their products, and it's quite good. It stays on the whole year. I even used it in last year's planner, and it didn't come off at all. Even when I added a lot of stickers in here, it stayed put. So this is something I wanted again, to store some stickers. I'll add the link in the description if you're interested for these transparent pockets that can be added to your journal. It really makes a lot of difference. And this year I've decided to go with the Bob's Burgers theme. So this is a show that's very close to my heart. I've been watching it since maybe 8 years, and it's a very wholesome adult animation show. It's one of my favorites that you can watch on a rainy day, and like when you're feeling low, whatever the mood is, you can watch and still have like a very nice viewing experience. I really love the show, and I decided that since I got the desk calendar, I'll make it Bob's Burgers themed, and I'll tell you why in a bit once I go through the calendar as well. So what I've done is I found different pictures of the show, and I kind of cut them all out and added them here to make it like a theme basically, and that looks really cute. So one thing about this planner, why I really love it, is because you see that it has like a vision board on the first 2 pages, which is what I use for a timeline. So I kind of plan my months here in terms of what I've done. So when I come to this page, I have like a very bird's eye view of everything we did, trips that I've taken or things that I've started, some special things that I've baked, whatever it is. I like doing that, and I wanted to have that same layout this year as well. And then this is your year in a glance. It's very helpful if you want to just put down birthdays, anniversaries, events, anything over here. And I've kind of done that. I put this sexy Linda and Bob, they're the character names, for our anniversary, and just this for my husband's birthday. So I kind of personalized it that way, so it's fun. This is my birthday, and just sprinkled these images here and there. So you have your year at a glance in 2 spreads, and then this is the monthly layout. So this is very helpful if you again want to do some monthly planning. You can track your workouts here, you can do your meal plans here. I kind of use it to mark dates if we are going on trips, or when I started a workout, what workout I did, if someone's coming to visit, if we have some event, just a monthly glance, and all those pages are together, which I think is a nicer layout. So when you just want to go to a month at a glance, you don't have to flip through all these pages. You just come here and you just scroll until you get the page. Like how it's come out, it's very Bob's Burgers themed, and that's what I wanted. So all of these pages are already with some screenshots from the show. And then once you're done with the monthly layout, you get into this weekly layout, and this is why I think I'll keep repurchasing this planner for, I don't know, the next 5 years until I get sick of it, which I doubt I will. But this really helps me plan my day nicely. So this is just an example of how I use it. You can track a lot of things. I used to add my lunch walks, what I want to do, some pictures, some doodles, all of that. So I really like seeing, this type of view, especially when I start planning my week. And later on, I tried to make it like very cutesy. You can see like a lot of pictures of me and my cats and what I've done, some food that I've made. And this sort of weekly schedule layout is not something I've seen at all in other planners, and this is what I really appreciate about Neorah, that they've thought about this and it's really helpful. So that's why I decided that I want to go back. And this size is the perfect size. It's very portable. You can put it in your bag, take it around. I've traveled with this book as well. I would say it's definitely like a good purchase. Yeah, so after you finish these layouts, you have the dailies. So the dailies are basically where you have your priority, affirmations, what you've accomplished, and what you've been grateful for. Again, just having this layout and not like 3 priorities or 10 affirmations or 5 things to be grateful. Everything's just 1, or possibly you can write 2 things. I think that's also been really nice to kind of plan my day well, and also include some tidbits like my affirmation and what I'm grateful for. And I've not skipped that at all in last year's journal. Whenever I've used the page, I've written about what's my priority, what I've accomplished, what my affirmation is, and what I'm grateful for. So I think this again is like a really great layout, because if you have like 3 things to be grateful for, or 5 things you've accomplished in the day, and 8 priorities, whatever, if it's more than 1, it can be intimidating on a low productivity day and make you feel like I'm not doing enough when you look at the page and you see everything you have to fill, right? I guess maybe that's just me who feels that way, but I prefer this, just 1 each or maximum 2 each if I want to write, and that's more than enough to plan 1 single day. And if you're wondering what this is, I just printed this out from Pinterest again. It's all the characters that show up in the show, and I really liked how long it was for a bookmark. Not that there isn't enough bookmarks here. You have 3 bookmarks, so I think last year they only had 2, and this time they've added another one, which is nice. But I also liked this because I couldn't make it in a smaller size, and just having this as a bookmark is super cute. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm really excited to continue using this planner for 25 as well. The other customization I've done is added a pen loop. So this is from the same brand, Neorah, and this is one of the colors they provide, like this nice pastel pink. This is one of my favorite colors. I decided to go with a pink pen holder, even though the color is brown, and I had it anyway. So it's a nice pop of pink for this brown, and this is something new. In the hardbound, they have this pocket which they have made themselves, and it's a very sturdy one. You can store in a lot because it's like nice hard paper, like it's a nice thick paper. So yeah, this is my lineup. So my second planner is the 25 Alicia Souza, the new book that she's launched this year. This wasn't there in the previous years. It's a very small size compared to the bigger planner that she has and the pocket planner. I have a whole video about this where I go through all her freebies. I'm just going to link to that over here so you can have a look. But if you don't want to click on that video, if you just want to see what's the big deal about this planner, I'll just quickly take you through it. So this is the first Alicia Souza planner I'm using in my life. I've never used it myself. I've bought this and gifted it to friends and family 3 times, and whoever I've gifted it to has kind of loved it, but I never found that I like the layout of her weeklies to use it myself. But I would use her desk calendars, which was like a yearly purchase for me. Oh, I've not gone with her desk calendar. I've decided to go the Bob's Burgers route because I didn't really find the design very appealing. And I noticed that in 2024, I wasn't really adding a lot of notes or using her calendar in the way it was supposed to be used. I was just looking at it once in a while and then flipping the months. So I decided not to buy that. And when I saw this, I thought this would be like the perfect size and a good trial for me to see if I like using her journal products. I'm not sure if she'll launch this again next year, but maybe she will if there were enough orders and a lot of people found this size helpful. So if I like it, I hope she reprints it again next year. So this has a calendar overview, 25-26. You have a section for notes, which is similar to Neorah's vision board, where you can do the same layout essentially. And then you have the monthly layout starts from here. You go into January, some highlights, memories, thoughts and things, and then you have the layout and the weeklies. This is what I didn't like about this. I don't like these boxes that are horizontal. I prefer like a vertical layout or a much bigger area because I feel this is very restrictive, but I'm still curious to see if that's the case when I start using it or if I maybe end up liking it. And since there are like a lot of notes, highlight sections here, I'd probably use this to record some pictures of my month and any good memories, some special people that I meet in my life, my niece, my family, my cats, all of that. I'll put it here. And it can be like I said, a life progression and memory keeping sort of book because it's a very cute design. I mean, I really like her designs, but what doesn't work for me is this layout. I wish she had a different option where it's more vertical, not horizontal. But otherwise, it's nice. There's also highlights of my year. This is a nice spread to have. Books I've read, movies I've watched. My books and movies both will not fit in this space, but it's nice to have anyway. There are 2 bookmarks. The other one has 3, this has 2. This is very colorful, as you can see, compared to Neorah's one. And a pocket like Neorah to store some stickers. And she has included a few stickers and I've added a few myself. But the only thing about this is so flimsy. Like the quality is completely not like Neorah's. And I'm very afraid that if I put anything thicker in this, it will just tear. So that's just something I'm not extremely fond of in the build of this journal. And the other thing is the pen loop. I tried putting a pen in and it doesn't really go all the way through. So you just have to hook it or not use it. So again, this wasn't built and tested properly. It's more decorative than anything. So this will be my second planner that I'm going to be using next year. So this was the one I used for 2024 from Inkbucket. This is the first time I purchased and used her planner. It was really nice. So I bought it specifically for these layouts. You see that though there is like a horizontal space to include tasks, there's such a big open space for you to do whatever you want. And here I used to stick like big pictures, some doodles, things like this, which without a line to restrict me from using the space. And that's something I really appreciated about the weekly layout. That's why I went for this planner this year. And this is the only kind of empty space that I had in my journal since at the end of the year where I've not really written or filled it up completely. So this is why I'm showing you the last spread. And I've used this very well. So there's a lot of pictures and doodles and nice memories. So this is definitely like a good planner. The only reason I didn't repurchase it this year was it's an A5. It's good if you only want to work with one planner. This could be your desk planner and you don't have to buy anything else. But since I wanted to use this and Neorah's A6 planner, didn't find this to be very portable and like obviously you can stuff it in your bag and it fits and stuff, but I didn't find that to be the case for my use. Even when traveling, I felt this to be more bulky than that. Since I don't just travel with a book, I also travel with some pens and stickers and stationery and etc. It becomes quite bulky. So that's why I didn't purchase it this year again. I don't know if that's a good decision or a bad one. I'll probably know when I start using the other 2 journals. But she has released a lot of beautiful prints for 2025 too. I was just looking at it and the layouts have changed a bit for this year, which I also appreciate. Like she's improved it, not just kept it the same and just slapped a new cover on it, which is also important when you want to repurchase the same thing from a company. You would want to see improvements, not the same layout every single year, which makes you feel like you're using the same planner over and over again. Even though that's the intention, some upgrades would be nice, right? And I see that she's done it, so kudos to her and the team from Inkbucket. But I won't be using this in 25. And let's see, I'll probably let you know how that decision works out. So the final thing in my lineup is this desk calendar. And I can't tell you how excited I am to use this. Like, I want to squeal in delight because I love the show so much. And I was just randomly browsing Amazon and I saw that they are selling the calendar. I saw it when it was up for pre-order and I should have ordered it then because it would have been slightly cheaper. But I thought maybe later it's going to go on a better discount. It did not. The price increased. But I bought it anyway because I wanted it. And I purchased it sometime in October. It's still available. I checked it a few days earlier. And I've not really opened and gone through it. But we'll do it for the sake of this video. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So the reason I went for this calendar is because, like I said, I was not getting much use from Alicia Souza's chunky calendar, which is basically like a book. So this is kind of like a nice compact square, and hers comes around here. And it takes quite a big space on your desk. And when you're not using it, it feels like a waste of space. So I knew I wanted something compact and small this year. It has to be animated or doodly or something like that because that's just how I like my calendars. I want something that's really visually cute to look at and preferably animated or cartoony or doodly because that gives me the most joy. When I found this, it was like I was so happy to find it and I purchased it immediately and I can't wait. I mean, this is the most like what I'm most excited to use next year. And the reason why I decided to make the Neorah journal Bob's Burgers themed is because it's lovely. Like, one, the pages are so thin, right? And you'll know why that's important in a bit. Yeah, so like, how cute is this? I mean, this is Bob, he's the main character. It's his burger shop and he has 3 kids and a wife. So all of these pages, like all 365 days, will have a different cartoon on it or a different drawing on it from the show, related to the show, maybe a screen grab from the show as well. And that's what makes it so awesome because I've watched all seasons end to end multiple times, not just once. Like, I would rewatch it constantly, and even my sister does. She's also huge on Bob's Burgers. So what I thought was, see, once the day is done, I'm not going to revisit this page ever, right? So I thought I could just cut out this doodle and then use it in my book. For the daily pages that I showed you in the Neorah, I could just cut out Bob and put him there if I don't have anything else to put, because I use a lot of pictures of my life, what I clicked, who I visited, what I baked, etc. And I put it in my journal as like a memory keeping format. So I could, if there are days that are just boring where I'm not doing anything, I could use this. And the fact that it's so thin makes it perfect. It's not going to bulk up the book really because of how thin the pages are. And that's why I decided I'll make it Bob's Burgers themed, and I'm so excited about it. Yeah, so this is basically a van that shows up every episode at the start, and the name of the company always changes, and it's like really fun. It's always puns. These are the other 2 characters, Linda, his wife. Oh, she's here, I missed a date. Linda, his wife, she's super duper funny. And another character, Teddy. This is not an advertisement to watch Bob's Burgers, but I mean, if you're curious, go ahead. It's there on Hotstar, I think, and probably you'll find it online as well. And this is one of his daughters, his son, and his other daughter. So it's really nice, like a lot of stills from the show. Okay, I'm not going to go through more because I want to be excited when I see it. But yeah, this will be on my desk. There's probably a way to stand it up because I see some things here. I need to, yeah, the instructions are on the back. Okay, I just need to do this. I need to cut it and make it into a wing, and it'll probably stay firmly. Yeah, cool, the wing is here. Very nice. It's a really thick cardboard. Look at that. It's super duper thick. It's not budging even if my cats run all over my desk. So perfect. Yeah. So this is the calendar that I'll be using. This is my life progression journal, and this is my life maintenance journals. So the 3 things. The links are all in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you decide to purchase any of this, or if you've already purchased something, please let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll have a look for next year. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.